Welcome back to Web API Tutorials. I am Venkat. In this video, let us start using AutoMapper. Let us see why we need to use AutoMapper. You can see we have one controller, student controller, which is having student relevant functionalities like getting students, get student by ID, and creating student, updating student, delete student. Like this, student relevant functionalities are there. Okay. This is a demo application we are building, sample application. So this sample application has one controller. If you are building a real-time application, you might have hundreds of controllers for hundreds of functionalities, right? Hundreds of controllers with hundreds of entity classes and DTO classes. Each entity class or DTO class will have 10 to 20 or 100 fields also, right? In such cases, here if you observe, we are copying each and every property from student entity class to student DTO class. So we are copying ID property, we are copying student name property, address property to address property, email property to email property, date of birth to date of birth. Like this, we are almost copying all the properties data from student entity class to student DTO class, right? So let's scroll down. Here also we are copying student entity class data to student DTO class. Let's go down. Here you can see, here also we are copying student entity data to student DTO data, student DTO object. Let's look at create endpoint. In this create endpoint, we have created student entity class object and we are copying data from DTO to student entity class. Here also we are copying almost all properties except ID, right? So like this, if you observe, so in a single controller, like student controller, in a single controller, we almost wrote in a single controller for 5 properties. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 7 places. 7 5s are 35. So in a single student controller for 5 fields, so we have written 35 lines of code. If you assume you are doing same thing in real-time project with hundreds of controllers and hundreds of properties in each class or DTO, entity class or DTO, so you might end up with writing so many lines of code just to copy the data from student class to student DTO class or student DTO class to student entity class, right? So if there is any automated way of copying data from one class object to another class object, if there is any automated way of copying one class object data to another class object, so that would be very easy. So we can reduce so many lines of code. Here if you assume instead of all these 6-7 lines of code, we can write only one line of code if there is any automated mapping mechanism, right? To fulfill this requirement, so there is a AutoMapper library available in the market. Okay, so we can use that AutoMapper library to copy the data automatically from one class to another class based on the property name. Okay, so let us see how we can use that. If you want to use AutoMapper in your project, we need to install the library using Nugget packages. Let's open the Nugget packages. Right click on your project. manage Nugget packages, search for AutoMapper. You can install this AutoMapper, install it, apply. This one is installed. Also install automapper.extensions.microsoft.dependency injection for dependency purpose. If you want to inject the mapper with the dependency injection, we need to install this package. Install this one. We have installed these two packages. These two are enough for now. Let's close this. We can see AutoMapper is installed. Once the AutoMapper libraries are added to our project, so we need to build the AutoMapper configuration. For that AutoMapper configuration, we need to go through the documentation. So here you can go to the docs.automapper.org. This is the URL for documentation, AutoMapper documentation. In this documentation, go to the configuration. So inside this configuration, you can see profile instances. Expand this. Click on this. This is the new way of configuring the AutoMapper in our project. So you can see we need to define a class and we need to inherit that class from profile. Let us do this. Create a class. Let's go to our project, minimize the migrations, create a folder, new folder, configurations. Inside this configurations, I want to create a class. I want to create it as AutoMapper config. This is the AutoMapper configuration. We need to inherit it from profile. So we have installed the AutoMapper so that we can see suggestions from AutoMapper. I have added the import statement or using statement here. So I have added the AutoMapper config class and inherited it from profile. So we need to add the constructor also. I have added the constructor here. Inside this constructor, let's go to the documentation. So this is the constructor. Inside this constructor, we need to do this, create map. Copy this. Inside this constructor, we need to do create map. If you remove and open this, you can see here is the source class and the destination class. So what is our source class? We want to copy the data from student entity class to student DTO class, right? So please note that usings are added at the top. So with this mapping, we are copying student object data to student DTO. If you want to copy student DTO data to student, we need to create one more mapping, copy paste, and this time we want to copy from student DTO to student. Okay. So instead of writing in 2 lines, there is a shortcut for this. Instead of writing it in 2 lines, let me comment it. Instead of writing that in 2 lines, so you need to copy from student to student DTO and also DTO to student. So we need to map it in the both the ways, right? So you can call reverse map. Okay, this means now it will map DTO to student, student to DTO, both the ways. Okay, this is how we need to configure it. If you have any other classes, simply write one more config and suppose you have a class DTO or course DTO. course DTO to course. Like this, you can create any number of configurations. Okay. So we do not have any class with this course. Let me remove this line. Right now we have only student class and student DTO. I have created mapping for that. Okay. So we have created the mapping configurations. We need to add this mapping configurations to our web API application. To add this configuration to our web API application, let us open the program.cs. In this program.cs, here we need to add builder.services.add AutoMapper. That's the method. Type of AutoMapper config. This is how we can register the AutoMapper config in our web API application. Okay. So with this registration, so done with the AutoMapper config. So now we need to start using it. Let us start using it from next video. For more videos like this, please like, share and subscribe. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments box. Thank you for watching.